Hi there once again, bog average Warzone players. I thought I'd do another loadout video for y'all. I might go into a bit more detail this time because I'm a massive nerd and I just thought it'd help you out. Um, so, here we go. I'll start at the top. All these first 8 are ghost classes, so they all have EOD ghost amped and then a C4 and a heartbeat sensor. So my top one is the M4, which I think of the modern warfare assault rifles has the second quickest time to kill. I think it's AMAX is the best, then M4, then the Growl, which is why I've got those 3 as my assault rifles. So the M4 is the monolithic suppressor, stock M16 Grenadier, VLK 3x optic, range of 4 grip, because I struggle a bit with the recoil. If you think you can control it, the Commando is your best bet, and then the 60 round mag, but again you can go 50 round if you think that's better. I go 60 because I tend to miss a lot of shots, and so I feel I need 60 to fully finish people off, as it were. Then I've also changed my secondary on all my ghost classes because the M19 Akimbo apparently is the best pistol. So I've now got those Akimbo with the monolithic suppressor, the XRKL super barrel, the 5MW laser, the lightweight trigger, and Akimbo. So I've got that on all my modern warfare guns, so the assault rifles. I'll go through those first. So you've got the M4, Growl, again, monolithic, Tempest, the longest barrel, VLK, Commando 4 grip, 60 round mag again, and again the M19 pistol. AMAX, which has the best time to kill, although the recoil's a lot trickier with this gun. So monolithic, longest barrel, the Zodiac, VLK, range of 4 grip because of that recoil, then the 45 round mag because that's the biggest you can get. Again with the M19, and then my last one, I've gone back to Old Faithful, the PKM. Again, I used this for, I reckon, the first at least, well, until Resurgence essentially came out, which was so at least 6 months, and it's only recently that I've changed it. So it's always had, I've always had the monolithic suppressor, I've always had the longest extended barrel, I've always had the VLK, but originally I used the Commando 4 grip, but actually the snatch grip is so much better. And also I've got the rubberized grip tape on it for recoil control, which just makes it even more of a laser in someone who's not bog average. So if it was in someone else's hands, it'd be an absolute laser. In my hands, it's just less jumpy. So that's my assault rifles. Then my SMGs, which are all Cold War SMGs. I've got the Cold War MP5 with the agency suppressor, the task force barrel, the Raider stock, field agent grip, Stanag 50 round drum. And then this has my secondary on this is just a single Diamatti. So I've got it with the agency suppressor, the task force barrel, the Microflex LED, the Stanag 30 round mag, and the Serpent wrap. So I've just got one of those because the Akimbo of the Diamatti got massively nerfed. So I've just got one of them. The Bullfrog with the GRU suppressor, the task force barrel, the skeletal stock, the 65 round mag, which is the first one, because I mean that's more ammunition than I think any of the other SMGs, and it doesn't really penalise you for anything, and the Spetsnaz grip. The MAC-10, which I think is the best SMG, and just below the FAR. So agency suppressor, task force barrel, Raider stock, field agent grip, 53 round drum. I think they've all got the same sort of stuff on, all the SMGs. Then the LC10, which is a bit of a rogue one. I've stuck it in there because I quite like the ground loop one. Again, agency suppressor, task force barrel, raider stock, field agent grip, the Stanag 55 round drum. So that's all those. I mean, if you don't want an LMG like the PKM, the Kilo's still alright. I've seen people using that. And again, that's really good because it's not got much recoil. The M13's doesn't hit very hard, but it's got, I think it's bullet velocity. It's not bullet velocity. The fire rate helps with that, and again, it's got very little recoil. The Odin, which I think one of you bog average Warzone players uses, it's a good gun. Its fire rate isn't great, and it's only got a 30 round mag, which is why I think people don't use it. And then all the Black Ops assault rifles. I mean, the XM4's alright, but as an actual assault rifle, but all the others are more used for close range, so more as SMGs. So they're all my ghost classes. The first 8, 4 assault rifles, 4 SMGs. Then I've got my first overkill class. So the perks are EOD, overkill amped, C4 heartbeat sensor. I've got the M16, which has just replaced the AUG. So that's got the agency silencer, the 15.9 strike team barrel, the axial arms 3 times, the field agent foregrip, and the 45 round mag. That's a top mag because again that doesn't really penalise you. And then on the reticle for the axial arms, I don't really like the original one because there's loads going on. I've used quite a few of these. The Hunter isn't bad, but I use the Clean Living because it's like the T-pose on the Modern Warfare guns, but it's just got that little green crosshair in the middle, which isn't too bad. I really enjoy using it. So I'd recommend doing that on your Cold War guns with scopes. And then this is a controversial one. It's the AS Val, which has the quickest time to kill of any gun in Warzone. So I've got the VLK 200mm OSA barrel, which helps with damage range and bullet velocity. But then all the other attachments are basically for aim down sight. So I've got the second stock, which is for ADS, the stippled grip tape for ADS, the 30 round mag, which is the only downfall of this gun because it only has 30 rounds. It's certainly in quads. I've found that it's difficult to bring down more than 2 people, but I'm still persevering with it. And then the Ranger foregrip again, just to deal with that recoil. So I've got a couple of recoil attachments and then a couple of ADS. If you feel that 30 rounds isn't enough, then hang about, where are we? People, the Ram 7, people rate that quite highly as a close range gun. So if I just do a quick one of those, just to show you what I'd have on it, I'd have the monolithic suppressor, I'd have the longest barrel with the damage range, bullet velocity, recoil control, I'd have the close quarter stock for the ADS, again for the recoil I'd use the Ranger foregrip, and then the 50 round mag. So that, if I wasn't going to use AS Val, I'd use the Ram 7, and I actually gave it a whirl last night, but most of my kills were with the M16. So that at the moment is what I'm using in Rebirth. And then if we went into Verdansk again, I prefer the SPR to the Car 98. I mean, if you want the Car 98, where are we? Here it is. The Car 98, you want a monolithic suppressor, the longest barrel, the 27.6, you want a tack laser. I usually go with the, where are we? the Cronin C480 Pro Optic because it doesn't have a glint, but at the moment the variable zoom, not the variable, yeah, it is a variable zoom scope, doesn't have glint at the moment apparently, so that's worth using. And then the precision comb stock. So that if you prefer the Car 98, that would be the attachments I'd have for that. But I prefer the SPR, and for that I use monolithic, the longest barrel, again tack laser, the variable zoom scope, oh, not the stock, and then the Norma Mag ammo. And then I've got the old Royal Ravens camo. The reticle for the sniper scope, I use the Pinpoint, which again is nice and clean. And just put the cover it in Royal Raven shit, just because I can. So that's my SPR, and then this is where I use the FAR with the agency suppressor, the Raider stock, field agent grip, Stanag 50 round mag, and the Serpent wrap. So yeah, they're my loadouts. Hope this video helps. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and click the bell. And that's the end. See you later.